Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Right, today we've got a map which is in essence a very plain, ordinary and boring map. But it isn't really about the map today, although the map is very important of course. The map was actually created to showcase a new theme and LUT which actually go by the same name as the map. So if you don't like the map, but you really do fancy the theme and LUT, grab them, use them and create something very special with them. As I can see the possibilities of something really very glorious. Very, very glorious from them. But that's down to you. First of all though, before we go any further, we need to get rid of a daily reminder. That's right, hitting that like button really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people and helps me grow a little bit more every single day, so thank you for your support. Today's map is, two variations here, the Vincent van Gogh map, or the Vincent van Gogh map, or the Dutch version. No, I'm not going there. Arles, France by Random 5. Random 5 back with this. There's your start square. Start square looks very playable. No grumbles about that at all. There's your terrain height map. Again, lots of flat build plane. You can build a big city on this one. No questions about that. And then the resources. We have oil for fertile. Well, certainly where the fields are. I'm not entirely sold on that, but there you go, that was a creative choice. Then off to the workshop. What do we need? Well, no DLC, which is good news. We've got the Vincent van Gogh theme and LUT, and nothing else. I would say there was an argument for adding sunflowers. Now, Random 5 has very clearly said in the comments that sunflowers weren't added because it was intended to be 100% vanilla. I feel though that adding the sunflowers just as a novelty thing, as a single subscription, and then you could choose not to subscribe to them and it would not affect the map at all. I think that just would have been, it just would have given this map just something, because all told the map is just very ordinary, and yes, by design it wasn't ever going to be anything more than just very ordinary. It is all about the theme and all about the LUT. Now the LUT you can make out quite clearly at the moment because that's the colours. The colours you're looking at now are Vincent van Gogh. I don't know. I'm going to go with Gough. Okay, listen. I'm British English, so I'm going to go with the British pronunciation. Van Gogh. Van Gogh's in colours. Of course, if you're American and you want me to go with Van Gogh, then I'll have a go later. Never mind. Right, so yes, we'll come down. We'll actually have a look at the textures on this map in the second part of today's show, because there's no reason really to rush that part. We're just going to follow the road. Now we do have two highways running across the map. They don't interconnect at all, so they're completely separate. And you can, when you connect the two together, that is when the fun will begin. Remember, when you're connecting these two separate highways together, traffic will start spawning across the map, and you might have a lot of traffic. So I'd suggest maybe building two separate connections, get a bit of a loop going, rather than one main train running across the middle of the map. Tip of the day there. But anyway, you'll notice we've got plenty of traffic going across here. This isn't actually the start square side of the map, which is why we haven't seen the start square intersection, but that's fine. That is fine. Now we're going to go across to the other side of the river and have a look at the highway over here. You may notice something very different, and it's weird because I spent a little bit of time actually trying to work out why we have no traffic here. Now, I know you're going to go, it's broken, BonBon. Is it broken? It's not connected at the end, or you've got a one-way section going the wrong way. The usual things that we see when there's no traffic on a highway. Well, that's not the case. I spent ages. I couldn't find anything broken. I checked at both ends with the fog switched off, and I checked with the inverted traffic. But look over here. Can you see this? There. Got a tanker, and we've got a little car running ahead of it. That traffic spawned in. It wasn't already there when the map loaded. It just spawned in. we'll check out for more traffic a little bit later on. We'll just, we're in the Start Square location now, so we'll focus on the Start Square, and then we'll look for more traffic in just a few more moments. But first of all, we're going to have a look at this, and this is the Airbus A350 Malaysia Airlines Negaraku prop. I apologise if I got that wrong. By My Hafiz. Love My Hafiz's work. This is a prop version. I'm sure there is an actual vehicle version, but I haven't actually searched the workshop. But do check out My Hafiz's workshop page. Check their collections and have a little look if you want this flying you through your skies. I know they're from Malaysia, so it's very, very appropriate. Anyway, factoids because factoids. Edward Kennedy, who stood for the Democratic nomination in 1980 and is a member of the famous Kennedy family, just in case you didn't know, was born today, February the 22nd, in 1932. While he was at Harvard, he was suspended for cheating in a Spanish exam. Well, if you want to get across those minorities, not that the Spanish are really minorities anymore. Anyway, Airbus A350 Malaysia Airlines Negaraku. By My Hafiz. Yes, yeah, not so much a minority these days. It's very, very strong, the Hispanic community. Oh look, we've got traffic coming the other way. You see that truck coming the other way. You will see that we have traffic on this highway. It is just very sparse. Very, very sparse. Now, I imagine that will be corrected once you start building and the traffic starts spawning. But it's just weird that the other highway had so much traffic coming down it. This highway has got, well, very, very little indeed. I don't really understand. It's an oddity sometimes, this game. It's an oddity. Anyway, another car there. Nice bridge there. I'm okay with that bridge. There's one a little bit further up here. Another car there, look. Just randomly dotted about. Up here, this bridge I've got a little bit of a grumble with. We're going to do a quick fix on this one. I think you can agree with me that that pillar in the middle would look better on the left. Don't you think so? I think so. What we'll do is we're going to grab that. We're going to move that across there. And then we'll come above. Rotate the pillar a little bit. I think that looks a bit better. Move that in a bit, maybe. Yeah, minor stuff. Move it back a little bit. Minor stuff. It's fine. It was fine as it was, wasn't it? I think. Yeah. Okay. Right. So we'll just move along. I think rail next. We've done a full track of the roads. We'll have a look at the rail. We're not going to follow the dirt tracks today. The dirt tracks don't really add anything. Really, they're just there. Yeah, I guess they are from the real map of Arles, France, maybe of Francais. It's just I don't know what to say really, apart from it is kind of a boring, ordinary map. It just does what it needs to do, and it just is a perfectly good chance to showcase, of course, the theme and LUT. There's your Start Square, a little branch line going off down to Start Square. That's fine. And then this carries on up and over. Oh, we've got the catenaries crossing the rails. It's very, very, very late, early o'clock here, and my brain is in need of some sleep. But it's been a long, busy day. That's my excuse every day, isn't it? I do feel so, actually. Anyway, the rail just meanders off this way. It's fine. We'll come back in a couple of moments with the shipping, because there is some shipping. We've got some very interesting water flow physics as well. And then we'll have a look at those textures.
Do your cul-de-sacs look like this? Do you want them to look like this? Then you need the Beginner's Guide to the Perfect Cul-de-sacs by BonBonB. Click the information button now.
And so we are back with the shipping routes, and we have a fine and strong shipping route. No grumbles with this one. Connects up there, goes up the river a little way, not a lot of the way, just enough of the way to be usable, and it stops about there. There you go. And that's your shipping route. That's fine. Now water flow, you see we're going downstream with the old arrows there. It diverges, which is Okay, we'll accept that. Now if we carry on that going downstream towards, I'm guessing it's the sea. I'm not entirely sure where Arles in France is. I'm not going to check my map, I can't be bothered right now. And then that goes out into the ocean over there. Except for it's actually coming in from the ocean. It's coming upstream. Oh, we have a fail. And it's still going upstream. Okay. And then that's going downstream into that other river. Where's this stop? It stops here. Ah. Okay. Have we got a spawn point about here maybe? Yes. Spawn point. There you go. There's your problem. But at least we got... The water is moving through the start square. That's what matters. Now, what have we got in the way of a map? Big build plane. Oh, look up here. We've got these hills. You can see where the water has come down. I think we had originally a river going down here that Random 5 has decided to, well, fill in with trees. Is that in the real map of Arles in France? I don't know. It comes into that river at a right angle. That is weird. I don't know. Let's just assume. That, yeah, work in progress. I don't know. Okay, hills are fine. Let's have a look at some of these textures, shall we? Let's move up to the top of the hill, and you can see the swirls, the very famous Van Gogh swirls and textures going on there. Let's come down and have a look close up at the brushwork there. Look at the old dots where the flowers are. That's just beautiful. I don't know. It really works massively well with this map, but I can see a top creator taking this theme and really making it work. Let's have a look at these fields, which are oil, remember? The swirls there. Oh, the brushwork. This guy was a genius. He was an absolute genius. A standout painter and decorator from the... Oh, no, just painter. Sorry. From I'd say the late Middle Ages. From a long time ago. It wasn't the Middle Ages, really, was it? The sand textures look like that. Again, looks amazing. Random 5's done very well getting the textures. Of course, when you pull back, they do pixelate a little bit. Not pixelate. What's the word? I'm looking for when you quilt something. Yes. Anyway, it looks a little quilted. Ah, the essential lighthouse. Yes, of course. Out off in the fog. It does. There's nothing wrong with that at all. I'm looking for quilted. What's the word I'm looking for? It's gone again. It is actually literally 20 past 3 in the morning here. There's your road textures, and we've had a look at the gravel texture already, and the ruined texture down the side there. 20 past 3 in the morning, and here I am recording this for you guys. But I want to get it out of the way. I want to get all these recorded, so when my new PC turns up, I can spend some time actually setting it up. Anyway, here we go. Let's settle this camera down somewhere, so if we can find a reasonable looking screenshot. And while I do that, I'll ask you, what do you think of this map? Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewers' Choice Top 10. Will this be one of your top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. What do I think? Well, I think aesthetically it's very striking. Very, very striking. I don't think it's pretty, and I think it could be a hell of a lot more interesting. The theme and the LUT really do make it stand out, though. I can't quite edge it into 4 stars, but it is a very strong, memorable 3 stars for aesthetics. Detailing, there's nothing really wrong with it. Catenary here, but also there's not really too much right with it. There's just nothing... Nothing stands out. It was really built for the theme and LUT. Doesn't deserve a 4th star. Gets a strong 3. A pass mark. It's fine. Gameplay. The map is playable. There's nothing broken about it. It just doesn't inspire you in its current state to really want to take it on and do anything with it, in my opinion anyway. So I'm going to give it again a very strong pass mark 3 star. Love to give it a 4th, but it just doesn't really grab me. Vincent van Gogh map, Arles, France, by a Random 5. That was an interesting way to finish the week, I feel. I do like to do something a bit different on the Saturday. Usually it is with the quirky asset of the week, but sometimes the quirky map of the week. And I think we might have one of those next week as well. Yes, something has come to my attention, so we'll give that one a little bit of a brief look-see, shall we? and next Saturday. Well, thanks for watching, for commenting, for liking and for subscribing. Join me tomorrow for the Steam Weekly Chart Show because, well, you can never have enough assets, can you? I've been BonBonB and you've been very, very welcome.